Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre faces the Commission on Appointments for the second time. CA members deferred the appointment the last time as Senator Antonio Trillanes was abroad. Now he comes face to face with his opponent, whose aim is to block his confirmation. Trillanes is not a member of the CA, but is given the chance to speak as a senator and as an oppositor.
Secretary Aguirre gave an interview to the media where he reportedly called me Senador. Secretary Aguirre apparently used his position to give unwarranted benefits to the convicted prisoners who were utilized as witnesses in the hearings of the House of Representatives against Senator Laila de Lima. Secretary Aguirre was quoted to have said that criminals are not human, requesting the Honorable Chairman of this committee to issue subpoena, duces tecum, and or ad testificandum for the commander of the AFP Custodial Center as representative of the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, resulting to bring a copy of the report resulting from the investigation they conducted on the lavish lifestyle and or unauthorized electronic gadgets, cell phones, smart television sets, air conditioners, etc. Of the foregoing, I humbly request and urge our colleagues who are members of this honorable committee and the Commission on Appointments to suspend consideration of the confirmation of Vitaliano Aguirre, the second's appointment as Secretary of Justice, pending the investigation of the very serious allegations against him. Maraming salamat po.
Aguirre readily defends himself.
I might have hurt people in my choice of words, and for that I profusely apologize, specifically to Senator Trillanes. This memo or the did not reach my office. There's no proof that there were electronic gadgets, smart television sets, air conditioning units, internet, cellular phones. These are all hearsay.
And, well, I empathize with Congresswoman Sandy Ocampo for the need to investigate these killings. But that's precisely why I am opposing Secretary Aguirre, because I believe, based on his actions, his involvement in these incidents I have cited in my position, he cannot and will not investigate these things because he will just follow orders from his principal who wants to kill people. And that's the frustrating part. Now, I am appealing to the members of the Commission. This is not going to be the first and last time that we will be dealing with each other. At some point in the future, we will be on the same side. And I can understand the pressure of standing up to a president such as Duterte. But let us stick always to our principles and that sense of what is right. That's my appeal, Madam Chair. Legally defines criminals, then we have a major problem. So this opposition can be categorized into three. One that deals with his psychological and emotional fitness or unfitness to hold this office. Two, the matter of integrity. And three, the matter of competence. So that really jumped from the explanation of Secretary Aguirre is when he said that he corrected the Inquirer when they said that criminals are not human, and what he actually said was criminals are not part of humanity or some.
Madam Chair, I said
Madam
criminals are not humanity.
Criminals are not humanity. Madam Chair, I am bothered by that statement, even corrected, because I believe members of this commission, some of my colleagues, may tend to agree with that, and there's no
No one
particular.
agrees with that because the Vice Chair and I agree that it is not right grammar.
Yes. Okay. Grammar aside, but the essence of that statement.
That is what the Vice Chair wishes me
Okay.
to state.
Well, that's
With the indulgence of Senator Trillanes, for my clarification, Madam Chair, may I be allowed? I want to be clarified on the meaning. Pag sinabi mong you cannot equate criminals to humanity, ang ibig mo bang sabihin hindi mo pwedeng itong grupo ng mga taong ito, mga kriminal ito, hindi mo pwedeng ikumpara sa humanity, sa mga tao na matitino. Ganun ang intindi ko sa statement. Is that the meaning of the statement, Madam Chair?
Can I just answer for Secretary Aguirre? I know what he means. It was probably said out of frustration, and what he refers to are the perpetrators of heinous crimes cannot be considered as one of us in the greater humanity. Or, di ba, Filipinos would say expressions, parang grabe, hayop, or something like that. So that's what he means. It was a hyperbolic statement. So let's set that aside, whether I simply wanted to state that it seemed it was taken out of context or even not grammatically correct. But regardless, that is what he meant. I'm sure Secretary will agree.
Madam
It is
Chair,
not to be taken literally. It is figurative in nature. It is a hyperbolic statement brought out by the frustration to address the problems of criminality in this country. So let's move on, and I think yun na. Kasi pag himay-himayin natin ang statements.
Madam Chair,
yes.
just a brief rejoinder. While I tend to agree that we have our own interpretations about it, but we are elected officials or ordinary public officials. We are not the Secretary of Justice, because that statement smacks into the heart of his job as Secretary of Justice. That is a legal definition according to a Secretary of Justice. Now, the context is this. The Amnesty International report was stating, the response was in relation to the Amnesty International report about the mounting deaths in EJK. Now, the context was, they're basically saying they're okay to die because they're criminals. They could not be afforded human rights because they're not part of humanity. But here is the question. Are they criminals to begin with? They are not, because they never went through the due process as defined by the Constitution and by the courts. So that's why I am bothered. The Secretary Aguirre, the nominee, keeps on stating publicly that Wally Sombero, when he arrived from Canada, specifically cleared him from any complicity regarding the BI bribery scandal. But let me remind everyone that Wally Sombero is not in a position to clear anybody. He is a central figure in this whole mess, so we cannot possibly take the word of Mr. Wally Sombero at the moment.
Senator Lauren Legarda, chair of the CA's Justice Committee, does not hide her displeasure in trying to manage the pressure in the room.
Madam Chair, I'm not debating with you. In fact,
No, in fact, I am allowing you to
Yes.
speak because the majority leader keeps on badgering in my ears to close your microphone and for you not to speak.
After suspending the proceedings for an hour for an executive session, CA members recommended the confirmation of Aguirre
Is hereby confirmed. Congratulations.
and the plenary approves it.
That's how it goes here. Dito, if you notice, Commission on Appointments,
Largely, it's not about merit. It's about political alliances, political conveniences.
With all the drama out of the way, Aguirre says he can now finally get some sound sleep.